We are live.
Episode 37, live from Utah.
Yeah, Force USA Fitness.
Force USA, yeah, where are we supposed to look?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. Like, I guess we'll have to try to go back and forth. But yeah, here we are, Force USA Fitness. What city in Utah is this?
It's just outside of Salt Lake City in Draper. So
Draper.
we're at the Force USA headquarters, and we spent yesterday tinkering with basically all of their new stuff. We have the C20 behind us, which we spent a fair amount of time with, the functional trainer rack, the Tandem tower, and they also have the Solitude Solitude strength equipment line.
Yeah.
So standalone machines.
Yeah.
Which, pretty good, pretty solid.
Yeah.
We actually ranked all 8 of them.
We did.
From 8 to 1. We have a few differing opinions. We'll go over that later. We'll also do our first impressions on C20, functional trainer rack, tandem tower. And then we're going to start off the episode with our normal what's been released. So we'll pull up the doc and talk about the Force USA stuff right after.
Yeah. Yeah. So good morning to Joey and Sean. Let us know if you guys are hearing us okay. I'm going to try to run the chat from here on my laptop, but I'm hoping you guys can hear us because everything's different today. Audio, video.
We're just freeballing it.
Yeah, I'm feeling exposed. I'm feeling exposed right now. I'm not hiding from the comfort of my home office, So,
yeah. Totally new experience, but this is cool. It's good to challenge yourself, right?
Yeah. We were talking before we hit live. Like, he's like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "I am kind of a little bit nervous today," which is not typical, and it's just because we're in completely new territory. But I think this will be a good one. We've got some cool stuff. Yeah. I'm really excited for the ranking of the Solitude line. That's going to be fun to go through. So yeah, that's coming, Joey. We're going to tell you more about the Solitude line.
Yeah, I think I'm a little nervous because we kind of just we had just one full day here.
Yeah.
And we put it all together relatively quick. But I mean, we were in here for like 9-10 hours yesterday.
Oh yeah, full day.
I feel pretty good about what we have to say and checking out the equipment.
Yep. Fun fact before I forget, after we did our full day of training, experimenting, everything here in Force USA, we went out to dinner, and it is October, so if you like beer, it is like beer, pumpkin beer season, like Oktoberfest beer season. We learned that, I guess it's like a Utah thing. If you order a pumpkin beer here in Utah, they ask you if you want whipped cream on it. And I said yes, and it was actually pretty good. Yeah.
And I had it for dessert, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, whipped cream on your pumpkin beer. Try that next time.
Who else we got? Audio's great, that's good.
That's great to hear. Morning, Eccles. Cool, great. Yeah, everybody says sounds like audio's great. All right, thanks for the confirmation.
All right, well, let's just get into the doc, and then we will. So we're gonna, again, if you just joining, we're gonna start off with what's been released over the past week, and then secondly, we are going to go over some Force USA stuff. So pulling up the doc, the screen's a little bit far from me, so bear with me. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Server error on the document.
This has never happened.
Well, while Jake's figuring that out, I'll answer Paired and Powered Up's question. He wants to know how the Force USA provided lunch was. It was really good. We went to a Hawaiian barbecue place. We got some teriyaki chicken, some mac salad, and it was delicious. All right, maybe if we need to, we'll try again.
All right,
see how
maybe this works. Let's hit the present button, and
weird.
All right, so I'll do it from.
Want me to try it, or are you gonna do it without present mode?
I'll do it without present mode, and then we'll go on to the next slide, and see if that works, because this is just quick. So that didn't work.
Really wants to keep throwing that 500 error.
Yes. Basically, yeah.
Let me see if it works better for me.
We'll just go. It's kind of a cool picture, but it's a quick little home gym con update. I've mentioned over the last few weeks, we've started the booth picking process. We're taking it slow, just kind of going 1-2 companies at a time. We are, I think like 12, 13 companies have chosen spots. So we have like a layout of like what the first 12 to 13 companies where they've selected. We kind of have like looks like Bulletproof, Temple of Gains, Rep, ATX. They're kind of like in the bottom middle. And then we have competitions at the top, and we have some companies who've chosen to be near the competitions. But that said, it's off to a pretty cool start. More to come on that. So we can skip that. Let me try sharing my screen again.
Yeah, it's not going to let me share because I haven't given Chrome all the permissions. Hey, we got something. You going to try and present again?
There we go.
There it is.
All right, so we're good. All right, product number 1 released earlier this week or last week is the Mutant Metals V-Grip cable attachment. So this is another collab between Rogue and Mutant Metals. So basically you have a tricep extension kind of thing add-on or frame that you can add a number of different sized handles. You can change the colors, you can change the material, so aluminum, stainless steel. We were kind of talking about this earlier, and it was like, I have no idea what that long one would feel like. That seems intense.
That's what I'm most interested in is experimenting with like the 12-inch handles on there. I don't know what that would actually feel like. I feel though like the 5-inch or the 8-inch would feel pretty similar to your typical like tricep attachment, but beefed up with, because it's Rogue. But
yeah, and I should mention that you can add some flings at the bottom.
Yes.
Which helps keep your hands in place.
Yeah, you can see them in the picture there.
I mean, it seems like a really well thought out product. Again, the 12-inch seems intense. But I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah, I think it'll be just a different feel. See how things, what different movements you can do with the 12-inch. Trying to keep up with the chat here at the same time, but just makes it multi-purpose. You can have one pair of handles essentially and keep changing your attachment point. So I think it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah. Anybody have thoughts in the comments on this one?
Yeah. Let us know what you think about the V-Grip cable attachment from Rogue.
Not much.
No. Oh, there's one. Paired and Powered Up says the long one looks horrible. It definitely looks unusual. I'd still be curious to give it a shot and see what it feels like. I do feel like though, I didn't think about this, with like the 12-inch handles, you're gonna have to have a really high starting point for your pull down.
That's a good point.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be starting like below your chest.
Yeah, maybe it's a good one for like a lat pull down machine.
Yeah.
Even though lat pull down machine isn't ideal for triceps with probably a 1-to-1 ratio.
We were talking about this yesterday, yeah. But I think it's interesting. I especially like all the different colored aluminum, so.
Yeah, cool collab.
Yeah, cool collab for sure.
All right, next up, we have the Midas Touch fractional weight adder from Fringe. So this is a unique 2.5-pound change plate that you can put on your barbell or weight stack. It aligns with the Midas collection from Fringe, which is gold. And then as you can see on the picture, it's also magnetic. So just kind of a new take on a change plate.
I didn't realize, I saw them tease this, but this is the first time I'm realizing that they designed it so that you could put it on a barbell. That's that's a good idea. Like anytime a piece of equipment we put in our gym is multi-purpose, that's a plus. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about a change plate, but it is cool that you can put it on a barbell sleeve.
Yeah, cool.
Just keeping up here with the chat. Any thoughts on the Midas Touch fractional weight adder from Fringe? Yes, Joey, you and me both are waiting for purple anodized aluminum. Eric doesn't like gold. I agree. I don't think I'd do gold, like that gold, in my home gym. Do you have any of the Midas line?
No, but I like the gold.
You like it?
I like the gold.
Yeah, I think it's just a personal preference. What do these 2.5 pound change plates cost? Do we know?
That's one thing I meant to mention. I didn't see the cost.
Okay.
So if someone could look up the cost for us, that'd be great.
If they're the right price, why not? They look cool. Jameson. Hey, Basement Brandon's in the chat.
Wow.
Look at that. I think for the most part, if you're doing a 1-to-1 ratio movement, you don't want 2.5 pounds. And movements that are 2.2 to 1, this becomes 1.75, so not really helpful. Oh, yeah, his math is off, 1.25 pounds.
But you could get 2 of them, make it 5 pounds total.
Yeah. I wonder, are they sold in pairs? I feel like we need more information on the fractional weight adder from Fringe. But I guess I could try to pull that up. Are they on the website?
Oh, you're a DuckDuckGo guy, huh?
Yeah. I feel so exposed.
Yes.
You're seeing all my favorites and everything. Looking at.
I haven't noticed the favorites. Sorry for calling you out there.
That's funny. I am a DuckDuckGo guy. I don't see anything for the change plates. Oh, there we go. Okay, $39 for a single. They're very proud of their fractional weight adder.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
No.
What's the price per pound on that?
I don't know. I agree with Brandon though. Pairs would make more sense if they're pushing barbell use. Yes, they should be sold in pairs. I mean, they have them so that you can buy a pair. Let's see. So a pair is $75 with free shipping. So you get a pair for $75.
And you got the Midas Touch in your home gym.
The Midas Touch, yeah. We get gold.
All right, let's move on to...
Let's move on. I don't have much more to say about
that. More from Fringe. The Strong AF Mag Pin.
I love the name.
Great name. Solid YouTube video on this one. I checked it out. Pretty funny. Some dirty jokes.
Okay.
But
about
Fringe,
shafts.
I don't remember. I just remember. I just remember it being kind of funny. All right. The strongest mag pin on the market is what they're saying. Made from stainless steel. Very strong magnets. So strong that you actually need a ripcord to remove it. It's only designed for 1-inch racks. So sorry, 5/8" rack owners. 5.5 inches long. I think that's where the joke was.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you could use these on this seems like a new take on like the Vex speed pens from Surplus Strength.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But just they're claiming it's even stronger than what anything else on the market. You can use it for like crossover symmetry, bands. I don't know, anything else that come to your mind?
I mean, you're right. It's and Joey called it out. It's similar to the Vex pins from Surplus Strength. I recently got a pair of those. I use them all the time, but I have a very unique use case in that I'm moving my pulleys all over my rack to kind of use my DIY pulley setup. I don't know if these become as beneficial if you're looking at them for like bands and that kind of thing. It's just I don't know. I couldn't think of. I mean, they're showing some stuff here that you could do bands and different type of mobility stuff. But I would be curious to try this magnet on there. Like, is that ripcord like disengaging the magnet for you? I didn't watch the video. Did it show on there?
Or does it just give you more handle?
I don't know. I'm just over here making weird gestures.
I don't know.
I have no idea what it looks like on camera. Yeah, interesting piece. They're not cheap. I think it was like $69 for one, if I remember correctly. So hopefully there's some kind of innovation happening here that we're not seeing. I can say that while the Vex pins are magnetic, they're not strong. Like I couldn't put my whole body weight on them and expect the magnets to hold. They'd come right out. So
no, they're just normal.
Yeah, but yeah, those guys are They're cool. I think it's a nice piece. Good to have another player in the market. I like my Vex pins, so if you have a use case to move stuff around quickly and easily, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Vex pins are a good option as well.
Vendetta apparently has one coming. I didn't know that.
Me either.
I have been eyeballing the Vendetta mag pins because everybody says those are really nice. Yeah.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
What's next? I think we're moving on to...
Yes.
So we're going to rank the Solitude series from Force USA. So this is their new standalone strength line, meant specifically for the home gym.
Right.
They're all stack weight. They're all priced between $2,000 and $3,000, I believe. And I think our general impressions were that most of them are pretty good. They're not necessarily, all of them are really kind of very specific, a little bit too specific for most home gymmers to add it into their home gym. But we just wanted to kind of cover that and go over how we would rank them. We'll also talk about like which ones are not quite ready.
Yeah.
And then which ones, if this is a need, it's in your price point, you should consider. So just keep in mind, one day of using, not like we don't have these in our home gym. We haven't been testing them for months.
Right.
But in general, and I'll also mention, they look pretty good. They look like a simple, clean look that, not too complicated.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say that we are seeing like kind of like a new layer to this like home gym enthusiast where we're seeing more people put machines in their home gyms. And when you look at the this line, what are we calling this line again? The Solitude series. Aesthetically, it's clean. I think they all look really good, jet black everywhere, and they're fairly compact for what they are. So if you're gonna put a machine in your home gym, I think that these should be something to consider. And like you said, we only really have first impressions. I'm also not a machine expert. I have some friends on Instagram who are, and I know that they are hunting out these classic pieces that somehow had the right angles and the right leverage to just be this perfect, whatever, leg curl, leg extension type of thing. But we had fun testing them out. And we're gonna give you guys our impressions and we're ranking them.
We had fun, and I am somebody who I have a lot of space.
Yes, you do.
And
I do not.
I mean, like a lot of space, but I mean, it's not, I can't just load it up completely. I'm really limited to like, if I wanted to, 3 or 4 strength machines, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Right. But that still is a number where you have to be picky and choosy about what you add. So that's like, I have machines in my home gym. I'm still considering machines in my home gym, and so that's where I'm at. And as far as like, I would say all of these are kind of like in the price point of something I would consider. Yes. They're not like top of the line, and none of them are bottom of the line. Well, maybe one of them is, but
we'll get into
one
that.
of them is just not there yet. Let's just go into it. So we saw each other's rankings, but we tried to do this separate, and we went from eight down to 1. So we're going to start off with 8, our 8th favorite, to 7 to 6 to 4 to 5 to 4, and so on. So let's go with number 8. This is the one that wasn't quite there, and this is like maybe the number 1 or 2 item that I would be looking to add to my home gym. So this was the only one I would say I was like incredibly like, dang it.
I think my disappointment with this one was elevated because I wanted to love this one. Like when we first got here into the showroom, I saw the lat pull down in row and thought, oh, that reminds me of one I used to use in a commercial gym. I used to really like it, especially because the row is right there. You can move from a lat pull down right into a row. And anyway, well, it's just not ready. You want to talk about your experience with it?
Let me ask you this. So you would rather have a lat pull down like this, where you don't have to do rows on the floor, but it takes up more space?
I think so. I mean, if I'm putting a machine in, like if I'm putting a dedicated lat pull down row in my space, I can give up that, I'm hoping, a little extra space to not be able to row on the floor.
Yeah.
But also if I'm going to invest in a dedicated piece like that, then I want it to be exactly what I want, and I don't want to row on the floor. So yeah,
Yeah.
all of that to say, yes, I would give up the floor space for that feature.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And like going into my impressions of this was, started off with the lat pull down. It was fine, totally fine. Standard lat pull down.
Yeah.
And then it's just where the low row. I started doing the low row, and I was like, am I doing something wrong? Maybe we were doing something wrong, but
I don't think we were doing anything wrong. It just
Yeah.
doesn't have any real stretch on it. Like
No stretch,
the
and
range of motion is terrible. You can see the picture that I took there. Like I'm pretty sure that's about your starting point. And I want to like really feel the stretch, and it's just not there. I pushed myself all the way back to where my knees were locked out, and it still didn't feel right. Kinsey, who was here recently as well, is saying for her was the standing assisted pull-up, which we'll get into here. But yeah, so I think, at least for me, it was the hype, the anticipation of loving that lat pull down in row, and then going to the row movement and being like, oh, this isn't
Right,
it. This isn't it at all.
Yeah.
So
So I think they can make some tweaks.
yeah.
And or maybe just replace this one. I think they know that too. All right, so
Yeah,
that
they
was
do.
number 8 for both of us. Number 7. So Kinsey, this is for you. We both picked the assisted chin-up / dip. I didn't necessarily have any issues with this. It was just, I think the rest of them I basically picked in order of like what I would add to my home gym, because all of the others were like good enough to where I would consider it. It's just more like, is this what I want in the space?
Yes.
So assisted chin-up / dip. It did the job. I kind of liked that it wasn't on your knees.
Yep, same.
Pull-ups and dips are something that, I'm not like great at. So having an assisted chin-up / dip would be cool, but it's so tall, it's so big.
Yeah, my ranking of number 7 isn't ranking it that because it's not a good piece. It was more that I wouldn't ever put this in my home gym just because it's too easy to replicate an assisted pull-up or dip off of your primary rack, and so I wouldn't want to give the floor space to it. However, for what it is, as like an assisted pull-up or dip machine, I thought it was fine. I liked, like you said, that you weren't on your knees, which other ones that I've used in the past were, the assist comes from being at your knees. This, I like that you can stand, and then also you can move the assist plate out altogether and still do a traditional dip or pull-up. So it was fine for all of those reasons. Just a huge piece to put in your home gym for assisted pull-up and dips.
Yeah, and I haven't done much research on what's out there for this category. But if you want an assisted chin-up / dip station,
yeah, this one's fine.
this one would be fine. All right, number 6. I'll go first.
Okay.
I went with the abductor / adductor. This again, this falls into like what would I add to my home gym if I was, building it out.
Yeah.
This is something I haven't done in like 10 years. Also would be incredibly awkward to do in a commercial gym.
Yes.
But it felt amazing.
It did.
It felt so good. I was like, I should do this more.
Right. Right. That's
I
what
am
we both
definitely
said.
very weak in these areas. I should do something like this, find a way to do it. But am I going to add it to my home gym? Maybe when I'm older and I have a barn or something. I would love to have this if I had like something like that. It was easy to change in and out, relatively easy to get in. Yeah, good piece. I would say good piece. But I'm,
Yeah.
Just not the exact target market, I don't think.
Well, I ranked that one a little bit higher than you, and I'll share my thoughts on it when we get to that slide. So for now, I'll speak on the abdominal / back extension, which I actually liked. I thought that specifically the back extension felt really good on my lower back. I think, yeah, we both came off of that like, oh, wow, that was actually really nice. The ab crunch feels like any other ab crunch machine just like that we've tried before, whether it's got like the 2 pads with the handles or just the single roller like this one does. They feel about the same, but it's ranked on the lower end for me, again, for similar reasons to the assisted pull-up and dip, which is that I don't think I would give up floor space in my home gym for the abdominal / back extension. Abs, you can hit 1,000 different ways without any type of equipment. And then the back extension, there's other ways you can do that. I mean, you can do that with just like a cable row and just, lean back. So I think it's just a lot of real estate and investment for that movement, but I liked it when I used it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on my number 6 pick.
All right, let's move on to number 5. All right, I went with the leg press / calf raise. I thought this was good too. I think it's a really, I've seen these in gyms before. It's a really convenient to have a stack for a leg press / calf raise. I can't remember how much weight was on there on the top of my head, but I don't think I was gonna.
270.
I don't think I was gonna max it out.
Okay.
So I think like for most people, the weight's probably fine. I think I would still prefer, like for example, I would prefer like even like the compact leg press from Force USA compared to something like this.
That's here. I need to try that. I'm
Yeah,
pointing
it's
at it.
nice.
It's right over there. I haven't tried that before, but I need to use that.
I mean, it's not stack weight, but for like $1,000, I'd rather have something like that.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought, just to like give some thoughts on the leg press calf machine, I like that it's compact. I think it's fairly compact for a leg press machine.
It really is, looking at it again.
Yeah, it's a compact leg press machine. The stack weight, I don't know if it's going to be enough for a lot of people. I think it caps out around 270-ish.
But it felt heavy.
It did feel heavy. It felt nice, especially for calves. All right, going into my number 5 pick was their bicep tricep machine. It felt fine, actually. My biggest critique of this is that, again, the range of motion isn't quite there. I really couldn't get a good stretch on the bicep. It just felt like it needed probably about another 3 to 4 inches to really give me that stretch at the bottom of the movement. But other than that, it felt like your traditional machine
LA
curl.
Fitness.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We were working out this morning on some of their other machines, and Jake was on one that I hadn't tried, and I was like, how does that feel? And he said, feels like LA Fitness. I'm like, yes, yes it does.
All right, let's move on to number 4. I have some thoughts on that one as well when I get to it.
Okay, cool.
So number 4, I should have gotten a video of us doing the back extension, but you can see the abdominal one. Like you said, felt great. I put this one at number 4 because that lower back, it just felt really good on my lower back.
It did feel nice, yeah.
That simple as that. Obviously one-time using.
Yeah.
And probably something I really needed at the time.
Yeah, you hiked a mountain on Sunday.
But yeah, I did. But overall, like this one was cool. Again, like in a dream world, I have all of these.
Yes.
Almost all of them.
Sure.
Right.
Yes.
But
unlimited space.
But
and
yeah,
budget.
I put this ahead of some of the others just because it did feel good on the lower back.
Okay. Cool. I'll jump into my thoughts on the leg press calf raise. Autumn commenting that it does take up a lot of space. Actually, the picture that we got of me gives you a little bit of a better idea of the actual footprint of the machine. That's me doing some calf movement on it. I thought it felt fine. It didn't feel as good as like a full size leg press, but it does have good range of motion. You can get super deep on that on the squat movement if you wanted to. I do agree with Joey that 270 is probably a little too low for most people. but I wouldn't be upset about it. Like I could definitely go for high reps on that thing and be perfectly content with it in my gym.
I think if you're a monster, you're gonna get something where you can load a bunch of plates.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So this, I really think this one's just targeted at a different market. But if this is something you want, I think feel confident getting it.
Yeah. I think anybody who's looking at this is probably going to be, it's going to be budget friendly because it's probably going to be sub 2,500 or around there. And then again, the footprint is fairly small. You can put it up against a wall because you don't have to worry about loading plates from both sides, that type of thing. So it would be a very niche purchaser, I think, looking at this, but it felt great for what it was.
Yeah, maybe an older crowd, like, to be honest, yeah.
An older crowd.
Yeah, I think
the less strong people.
Yes, yeah. All right, let's go on to number 3. I can't remember what I chose. This is exciting.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you chose either.
Oh yeah, I went
that
with
makes
the
sense.
bicep tricep machine. All right, so I will say my biggest critique was what Michael said with the range of motion for the bicep. A few more inches would have gone a long way.
That's what she said.
I think what got me with this is, arm day in the home gym. Man,
Sure.
like not much better than that. A nice little burnout. But you can see like where there's the range of it. There's the range of motion. It's not quite there. The quick change to bicep to tricep though.
That's nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, which
Really
you are
nice.
kind of. Are you showing?
That's
that
what I
there?
showcased
think you
in
are
this
showing that
video.
there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I gave you guys my thoughts on the bicep tricep machine already.
Yeah, you went really high with this abductor. I didn't. Yeah.
You didn't realize I put it in number 3.
Yeah.
It just felt so right.
It did feel right. It really did.
Kind of like what you were already saying. You or I had not tried a machine like this in at least 10 years, maybe even longer for me. And it felt like uncomfortable in my vanity, having you setting up there and having my legs flare in and out. But at the same time, it just felt so right. Like my muscles, the feedback that my body was giving me was like, you should probably train these muscles more often. And the stretch felt good, so I ranked it high. I thought, here is like a machine that will help me target muscle groups that are going to be a little bit more complicated for me to try and target without it, type of thing. So I think that's why I ranked it so high.
Okay.
And I think also for the jokes, because it just felt so right that I had to rank it high. But I was impressed. By no means though am I a machine expert or specifically an abductor expert at all.
Yeah.
So
I after I got off that machine, it made me think I needed to do Pilates.
yes, that's what we said. Well, we've got a reformer right here. We should try to break ourselves later.
Yeah.
Yes, Autumn. If loving it is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's
right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes. How are the comments looking?
Good.
We should cover?
I'm trying to keep it covered. It's weird to be looking up and then looking down and remember where to look, and then looking at you every once in a while. So yeah, I think we're good. Comments are looking good.
Okay, let's move on to number 2. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I went with I spelled it wrong. Rear deltoid / pec fly. This just felt good. It was something it was something I missed from a commercial gym. I think that's why I put it so high. This would be something I used on a regular basis. The flies felt really good, really easy to move between the deltoid and the fly. Like 5 seconds to change. You showed me to do a single arm deltoid movement, and that also felt good. So that's not something that they're really covering on the website, but that's something you can do as well. Again, this one was solid, felt smooth.
I liked it too. I'll talk more about it in a second, but to speak on the leg extension, leg curl, this one I liked it a lot actually. I think I ranked this one so high for similar reasons I ranked other ones low, where I would want to give up the floor space and the investment in a leg extension, leg curl. and I thought this one felt really good. It did take some dialing it in for me to get the appropriate range of motion for me. But once I got that, I really liked it. We talked about this a little bit, that typically in the home gym focused machines at least, that lower roller will either be like a free swinging roller or one that you kind of fix with like a pivot arm type of thing. And this one just extends or shortens, but it feels really solid. Like once you've got it dialed in, I thought the machine felt really solid. I would love to see it be able to do a seated leg curl as well, but lying leg curls felt really good on it. So those are my thoughts on the leg extension leg curl at number 2 for me.
Got it. Well, I'll add to that because that is my number 1 pick. I think this one was easily my number 1. I didn't have any trouble finding the right spot. It fit me really well.
I probably dialed it in before.
Yeah, maybe you dialed it in for me, but I really liked. I mean, it was just, and also looking at the price point compared to some of the other ones on the market.
Right.
It's right there. So this was a solid option. Leg curls felt good. Leg extensions felt good. There's quite a bit of adjustment points. It's pretty compact. I think it looks pretty clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was my number 1.
Yeah, I think, well, we talked about this already. They all look really good. I think when I consider bringing machines in my home gym, a lot of times I'm looking at like the used market, and you're looking at like a bunch of different colors and aesthetics to them. I do just like that. They called it murdered out black here, or at least internally that's what they've been calling it, but it just they all look really nice. And I agree with you on that for the leg extension leg curl. And at number 1 for me was the rear delt / pec fly. My boy JB is saying that it is really a missed piece. I was trying to show that comment. And cable flies, they don't feel the same. There's a different feel there. And then apparently carp, I didn't try the ATX pec deck at home gym con, but I did try the Temple of Gains one, and I liked it a lot too. And I think it's similar to what JB is saying. It's just like a missed piece for me. It was something I used a lot in the commercial gym for rear delts, for pecs, and this one felt really good. Like you demoed that kind of seated sideways rear delt movement that if you've seen, like Jeff Neppard has talked about it recently, Ryan Humiston, another YouTube fitness creator, content creator, has talked about it, and it felt really good. And I would love to have a pec deck and rear delt machine in my space. I would give up the floor space for that for sure.
Yep. Yeah. So like, I think in general, these are, as we kind of mentioned at the beginning, it's a solid. I think it's a good move by Force USA, who, you know, they have a lot of people who have started off with like an all-in-one.
Yeah.
They use the all-in-one and maybe go full-time home gym, and they're like, oh, I really miss this from the gym. So these are a lot of really nice options for Force USA customers who have, you know, who trust this brand.
Yeah.
I think, again, for anybody who isn't really familiar with Force USA, you know, solid. Like, these are just solid options. You'll get some good warranties on this stuff. And you should feel comfortable getting these pieces at the price, I would say. I would want to do a little bit more research on some of the more niche ones, because I'm not quite sure what those are priced at. But I mean, if you're looking to spend between $2,000 and $3,000, more on the lower end.
I think they should be in the conversation for sure. Nothing more really to say there. I was impressed. They're designed for the home gym, but in terms of like build quality, they felt like they could be found in a commercial gym. So I liked them. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Snarker's got an interesting question. Curious on thoughts on which folks would choose and why, the delt / pec deck or the multi-flight, like the Temple of Gains. Man, that's anybody in the comments, if you've got something,
that's a tough
chime
one.
in. I personally didn't like fall in love with the multi-flight at home gym con. Maybe it wasn't dialed in right for me. So if I was answering that question, I'd probably say pec deck. and rear delt fly.
I'm struggling. I do like the multi-flight.
You've used it more than I have, I think, at
I think
Kyle's.
so.
Yeah.
I think the multi-flight's, I'd probably go with this. I'd probably
You
go,
would?
I mean, I would, yeah, I think so. The fly's better, easier to adjust.
Yeah.
The multi-flight's more compact though, I think.
Okay.
Not as tall.
Yeah. I
Maybe,
mean, paired and
maybe
power up
not.
is saying the truth. They are two very different pieces. They're targeting different
Yeah,
muscle
it's more like
groups a little bit, but
what would you use more?
yeah.
That's how I'm thinking about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think rear delts, I think in general are hard to hit in most cases. So I like the fact that it gives you a pretty tried and true way to hit your rear delts. But that's just me, I agree. In a perfect world, you'd have them both. So you're right in that regard, paired and powered up. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on.
Next segment.
To the next segment, which is our take on the Force USA C20.
Yep.
So this is Force USA's newest, or it's one of the more recent releases over the past few months. It includes we're looking at it right behind us. It includes 3x3 posts with a Smith machine, freestyle arms, the ability to connect to a sliding bench, lots of basic attachments included, landmine, D-handles, a slim lat pull-down bar, band pegs, a lot of stuff comes with it. We've got a running video on in the background, but we're gonna just talk through that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think I'm kind of torn. I think I like the execution of a lot of the things they've done. I think that the Smith machine feels really good. You didn't call it out here, and I don't know if we demo it in the video or not, but you can set the Smith machine bar at a high enough setting where me at 6'1", you at 6'2", 6'3", we can pass through and walk underneath it. That's a nice feature. I think for me, the thing that's like just a miss here, and we're showing it right here, is the lat pull down. It just feels like those pulleys should be on the outside of the rack, and you showed it right there. I guess the intention is to use the Smith machine as your leg stay, but then you also have to add weight to it. So you need to put a roller, like a foam roller or something on the bar, and then load up, I don't know, 200 plus pounds so that you're not going to be pulled up. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it could have been done better, and at like a $6,400 price point, I want a better lat pull down, but everything else is done really well. I like their cornerstone, I don't know, is that what they're calling the arms? A cornerstone arms, or just their freestyle arms? I love those. I think that they work well. The trolley up and down the upright is smooth enough. Rollers could be an improvement, but it does well. Like, I like the piece. I like that it's 3x3 1-inch holes. It comes with a lot, for sure. So if you're just looking to like one and done, don't have to think much about it, it's a good one to consider. I know there was a lot of buzz about it at Home Gym Con. This yesterday was my first time trying it. And I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not like beaming, like it's not like the greatest thing I've ever tried, but it's nice. Like, in learning about the history and how Force USA was kind of the first ones to create an all-in-one like this. Like, I like seeing the progression as I'm like looking at all of the racks as they've finally gotten to a point where they're at 3x3 1-inch holes. I think they're going in the right direction. But of all of the ones that we tried, I actually have to think about it. That might be the one. Yeah, if we're doing rankings still. Like, there's three pieces we kind of tried, and we're going to go into. This would be number 3. The C20 would be number 3 of the 3 that we're about to talk about. So that's where I'd be at.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So my initial impressions, I also did not try it at Home Gym Con. I also have a lot of experience with the Force USA racks and the all-in-ones in general.
Okay.
And I don't want to like beat a dead horse, but it's impossible to make everything perfect.
Yeah.
I would say, maybe not impossible, but I would say I do like the fact that it's unilateral for the lat pull down and low row, so you can do both. I don't I don't love that it's within the rack, so you can't get your arms wider. So like the lat pull down bar is
It's like a modified
it's
one.
like a smaller one. So I think that like the lat pull down isn't great, but I think the functional trainer is very solid. The freestyle pulley arms, I thought pretty smooth. I didn't think too difficult to move up and down. I didn't have much difficulties with that. I can see it being difficult to move up and down if you have a heavier attachment on it. That might be something. Smith machine, very solid Smith machine, very smooth. The Knurled, the spotters are easy to adjust, which is cool. You can get really low for this, like if you wanted to do deadlifts in it.
Yeah, Joey comments on that right here. It's the flat foot design that allows you to get that extra range of motion down towards the bottom.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Good point.
Yeah, good point, Joey.
I think if for anybody familiar with the Force USA kind of like basic attachments that usually come with it, they're usually like really budgety, but you get a ton of them, which is kind of a nice starter pack.
Yeah.
These ones are better. They're not like top of the line, but they are better. A lot of like aluminum attachments. Let's see, what else? Landmine, yeah. Like I think in a perfect world, it'd be nice to see, a better lat pull down setup, but it's going to get the job done. Better, like I think you're going to want to try and probably piece together better attachments. I think when you probably add up all of the costs, if you like are building out a rep rack or rogue rack, it's going to probably be a little bit cheaper than everything. So like you said,
cheaper than a rogue or rep rack.
I think if you build it out like this with everything, I think I would feel better. And then comparing to rogue and rep is one thing, and then comparing it to like, let's call it like the cheaper all-in-ones, maybe like $1,000 cheaper.
Okay.
So maybe the companies that have taken a lot of inspiration from Force USA. I would feel better about buying from someone like Force USA. It seems like they're going to be here a while.
Yeah.
And they have warranties. I'm not sure about like if you buy something like this from Amazon, trying to contact their customer service is probably not going to be the easiest thing to do. Also, like, what if they go out of business?
Yeah.
So those are some things that you get with buying something from like Force USA.
Right.
We also see some prototypes of some other stuff that they are going to add on to it, which those have potential as well. So you also have to keep in mind that for all of these, they're going to continue to build around it. They finally went 3x3.
Right.
So they're compatible with just about everything else. So yeah, I think, if you're going to build out one at a time, go with a Rogue or a Rep or a Fringe or Bells of Steel, one of those companies. But if you just like want to knock it out, this is a solid option, I think.
Yeah, I think we at lunch yesterday we were talking with the team here at Force USA, and I asked the question like, what would it look like to offer the C20 without all of the additions, like all of the attachments and the weight horns? Because if I was looking to buy that piece and finally get like a cable system on my rack in my home gym, I've already got like great weight horns from Rogue and really premium cable attachments. So like, what would it look like to offer that without all of the extra, and how much would it bring down the price? It seemed to get their interest, like thinking about that question, and we were talking about it too. Like, man, this is really good stuff, but I wish I had my, D handles or like my nice lat pull down bar. What would the experience be like if we were doing it that way? But to your point too, this here at Force USA, they have an entire warehouse just for spare parts, which is interesting. That it's good to know that if you get this whole kit and one piece is damaged or you just need to replace one piece, they have them ready to ship and ready to go. I don't know if that's the case when you're looking at like the all-in-ones from Amazon and what it's like to get in touch with those companies. Another cool fact that I did not know, these are 49 inches wide, so they're going with the Rogue width on them. So their top crossmember is 43 inches, their 3x3 inch uprights makes it for 49 inches wide, which immediately got my attention because I thought, oh, I've got some Rogue attachments that would be immediately compatible, like the multi-roller and other things like that. So interesting decision. I like it. I think it's got a lot of potential for sure. And then I wanted to answer some questions from Autumn. She's asking, the pulleys spin around, does that mess up the cabling by getting them twisted? There are one or two twisted cables here. I don't know if that's because of the arms or not. From what we were talking about this yesterday, I asked you like, because I don't have
that was for the Tandem.
Okay, that was for the Tandem.
See that
I haven't seen it on the C20.
No, I think they're pretty straight for the C20.
Okay.
We were finagling it on the Tandem and that happened.
Yeah, a little twisting. And then no, Autumn, we have not tried the bench that does leg and squat stuff.
We're going to test that
That'll
today.
be today. Yeah, we're going to get into that today. Cool. You want to move into your next video?
Yeah, we can move on to, so this is the Tandem Tower. So this one is the new standalone single tower. You can see in the video it's connected. I don't think you can purchase it connected yet,
right.
But you will have that add-on. So the unique features of this one is it does include those freestyle pulley arms. We're starting to see some companies do that with the single column trainers. This is kind of like a double column trainer.
Right.
So that's the unique feature. It has two different columns with two different freestyle arms that uses one stack. So, solid way to do multiple things at once. So if you have multiple people training, or you are doing supersets, or you just know your favorite movements, you're likely to just leave it up, maybe leave one up, leave one down. You can also connect it together and figure out a way to do some sort of lat pull down, just kind of like we discussed. Same kind of mechanism, maneuvering as like the C20 if you wanted to do lat pull down, except you're using these freestyle pulley arms.
It's essentially like a 4-station gym, like because you can have 4 different movements set up, right? Gives you that. That's what I think about, like a 4-station, like multi-gym.
If you had both of these?
Yeah, if you had them set up like this. Sorry,
Yeah.
if you had the Tandem Tower set up like they have them set up here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this similar. Similar feedback to the C20. You know, pretty smooth. I again thought, pretty easy to move up and down. You thought they were a little. You do need 2 hands, so that is set. You do need 2 hands. But yeah, lots of potential. All of these are really items that we'd love to, tinker with our own attachments and stuff like that. I think that would be really fun, and we'd probably find a lot of different ways to use it. So just keep that in mind. What I did not like about this,
was that a question?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm just trying to think.
Okay.
I think, I don't know. It's solid. It's not cheap, but they did lower the price to $24.99. I don't know if I would necessarily consider the like 2 of these. I think one of these would be a really nice option for a home gym.
Yeah. Joey's asking, maybe this would help. Would you, if you had to choose, would it be the Tandem Tower or the Titan Nemesis? Isn't the Nemesis 4-to-1?
I'd go with this because of the 3x3 posts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Totally.
I agree. I would go with the Tandem Tower over the Nemesis just for the 3x3 post. They do have some prototype pieces that we haven't really gotten to try out yet that should allow you to center mount yourself on the tandem post, like whether it's a pull down seat or a row setup. Once I see more about that, I think it could open up a lot of potential because I like the versatility of the dual arms, but my biggest question has been like, how are you going to make it so that I can do some other attachments where I'm centered on those two posts? And they've been thinking about that too, and they've got some stuff in here for us to try out later today. So yeah, I agree. I think I have to choose the Tandem Tower. When I see it set up in this configuration on the video, I asked them like, how long is that cross member at the top? Because I was already envisioning like, okay, whose storage could I turn this into? How could you buy this, big double tandem tower and then put like dumbbell shelves on the back, or medicine ball or kettlebell shelves, or maybe partner with Synergy and like get some of their stuff and like make it into a huge mass storage / tandem tower. They didn't have an answer to that question. They basically just said these are a couple of prototype cross members. We're not sure what the actual length of them will be. But that's what I think when I see something like that. I'm like, oh, mass storage / big old functional trainer or 4-station gym.
And
cool
I like
setup.
the idea of a single post down the middle. And you can add like a smart arm or something like that.
Right. We were talking about that. Seth Lone Stag Strength Co. recently added a center post to his setup like that. Does add some versatility. I think it could be pretty cool.
Yeah. This this is a tough standalone tower to beat.
I agree. I agree. I do like it. It's my number 2.
Okay, I was going to ask what was number 2.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
my
number
2
1
of the 3.
Is the functional trainer rack. So we have a quicker video here because this is basically just like a modified C20. It doesn't include the lat pull down, does not include the Smith machine. It's just a compact rack with these freestyle pulley arms. And the stack weights, we should mention the stack weights I think start off at 200 and you can add up to 300 if you really want to.
Oh, right. They have add-ons.
Add-ons,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you want to explain why? I think the big takeaway here, and it's kind of hard to show in a video, is just how much more compact this is than the C20. And again, the freestyle pulley arms are just really nice.
They are.
And having that included on your rack, I think is something that if you want a slimmer functional trainer rack, good. I mean, that's what the name is.
Yeah. I mean, and so for me, the reason I think I put it at number 1 is the number 1 reason I put it at number 1 was just that it's much more compact. I do like the half rack aspect of it and getting the functional trainer. I like that it tapers at the back, and it's just nice. It's something that I would immediately want to put in my gym. I would prefer to not have the lat pull down and row that I'm not a huge fan of on the C20 at all, and just go with the dedicated functional trainer and save some floor space. I do like that it's 49 inches wide because that's what I'm accustomed to being a rogue guy currently. It's just nice. It does everything that I can't currently do in my home gym with all of the different pulley positions you can set it in. So that's why it's my number 1. It would be something that I could.
Very practical.
There you go.
Practical.
Very practical.
The most practical.
I'm a practical guy.
Yeah, we have. I would say, dream world item. It's expensive, but man, that would be nice to have in a home gym.
Yeah.
This is most practical. I think the Tandem Tower is pretty practical as well, and the Tandem Tower would be fun to really play with. Yeah.
I like it. I'm trying to see if there's any. Vince had a question saying the shrouds on the machine seem to inhibit like a gym pin or adder weight. I don't know that it would, although I don't have any experience using a gym pin adder. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I think it does.
It does inhibit
It
it?
does inhibit it.
Okay.
If it's the same as my X or G15, yeah, I would inhibit it.
So you'd want to go shroud free, is what you're saying.
If you really want one, I never,
really wanted
like,
the
I
chin
never
pin?
find myself really desiring
The extra weight?
Yeah, the extra weight.
All right, fair enough.
Or like if you want to make incremental jumps, I think the 2-to-1 ratio is good enough.
Okay.
Or you get a Midas touch fringe.
The fringe sport Midas adder weights?
That would work.
Yeah, that would work. Anyway, do you got anything else on those three?
No.
They did say that they've got some unseen products for us to check out later today, so maybe we'll take some pictures and cover them in next week's episode.
Ooh, I doubt they'll let us do that.
Ooh, okay. Well, then I'm going to overpromise and underdeliver on that. But more to come. If you guys have any questions while we're here, shoot me a DM. We'll see if we can get you guys some answers to your questions. Just looking. Let's see. Thanks for the comment, Autumn. Let us know if you guys have any other questions, but
Yeah.
that's all I've got.
First live
Live episode, yeah.
Show.
We didn't even know how to position ourselves. We're like, what are we going to look at while we're talking?
I don't even know
We're
what I
figuring it
did.
out. So thanks for being
Yeah.
here with us, guys, while we figure it out.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right. See you next week.